There we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to, a new episode of the Crypto Bull. My name is Dimitri from Gracious Interests. And today we are going to analyze the cryptocurrency coin called COTI or SOTI or however you are going to pronounce it. So, in today's episode, we shall learn what it is all about, what it does, how it's being built up, etc., etc. This coin was actually advised to me after my live stream on the Crypto Bull on Redcoin. Last week's episode, whereby user Loio asked me to do one on COTI. So here we are. Let us begin. So, typed in on CoinGecko COTI. At this point, based on market cap, we are at, it is being ranked on 139th on market cap. Sorry, I'm having a little bit difficulties finding my words here. It will get better anyway. So, what else do we see here on screen? It's in an uptick, so it is increasing in value. It has a circulating supply of 868 million coins, and there's a total supply or max supply of 2 billion coins. What interests me more is going to be indicated here on the right side of the screen. I see it's a contract, website COTI.io. I see an immediate link towards a white paper. Let's hope it is as such. Medium article and steemit.com. Not immediate experience with that one. Explorers, COTI Etherscan Explorer. I wanted to say by seeing here COTI that it has its own blockchain. However, I also see here Etherscan Explorer, indicating that it's probably being built on Ethereum, and perhaps that in due time it will launch its own blockchain and will move on. Assuming that would be the case. More on that later as we delve deeper into the fundamentals of this cryptocurrency project. Community is Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, Discord. More on that, facebook.com and Bitcoin Talk also. More on that later. We'll explore the communities later on. API identification, COTI, tags, token. Generally from the text, I can more or less deduce what it is going to be about. However, with token, I have no idea whatsoever what it is about. So, considering I wanted to consider it's going to be another random token being built on the Ethereum blockchain. However, considering its market cap, there's something more serious about it. Let's find out. I really have no idea what this coin is going to be about. 24 trading volume, 24 trade in value. Seems to be performing quite nice on 24 interval. Naturally, I'm more interested in the max run. I see it has been launched on June 5th, 2019. Small mistake there, not made but listed on CoinGecko June 5th of 2019. So it's probably incepted somewhere 2018, 2019, probably early 2019. We'll see what it's about. It's having, a decent run since its inception. I can guess here these are, the last bearish markets from the last bull run in 2017, 2018. Afterwards, it came climbing up, it seems, so it is performing quite well. These were the market highs of May 21. Crashed down tremendously here. Now suddenly is tremendously on the upside, reaching all-time highs, it seems. It at an all-time high on a yearly basis. But dare say it is. In any case, it is climbing and getting to very close, 14 days. I dare say, yeah, it is peaking. It is at its all-time high, so it's performing quite well. Okay. That's a good sign for investors. However, due to it being at its all-time high at this point in time, I dare say, do not invest in it. Wait for a while that it goes back down a little in value. That you will adhere to the simple rule of buy low, sell high for maximum profit. Unless, of course, you are very convinced in this project and well, you can buy in. However, I dare say hold your horses, wait a while until the market stabilizes more. But actually, that's quite a decent graph. Seems to be doing its own thing, which implies some kind of degree of independence. So, like seeing that one. So yeah, it's highly positive. Did a times 14 since the beginning of the year. Traded mostly on, I'm going to erase that one. Binance, VCC Exchange, Binance, Coinbase Exchange, Binance. So mostly on Binance and the VCC Exchange. So if you're interested in this coin, those are the venues to buy it. What it is about. There we go. Not all too much text here. Anyway, let's read. COTI price today is at 0.64 USD dollars. 24 trading volume of about 467 million. COTI price is up with 13.2%. Circulating supply of 870 million COTI and a total supply of 2 billion. Binance is currently most active exchange, that we know. COTI is the first enterprise-grade digital fintech platform which eliminates all intermediaries and empowers any organization to build their own private payment solution and digitize any currency using our proprietary trust chain protocol. So it's a fintech platform, financial technology platform. How do you read this part? Well, it's a little bit like PayPal, it seems. Oh, there we go. It's even written in the second sentence. Perhaps I should read the entirety. So, COTI provides functionality as robust as PayPal and Alipay, which allows enterprises to create their own unique rules and finally own their payment system to save time, data, and money. COTI's platform enables companies to effortlessly create advanced fintech products ranging from payment networks and stablecoins to loyalty programs, remittance services, and more. So, basically, it boils down to it being a platform and a network rolled up into one. It's going to be about, well, a platform or company. Well, I'm going to say network, that's more correct. Network, a blockchain based network, which is, well, a little bit like PayPal and Alipay. So, gesturing for different companies, private individuals, well, their payment processing systems. Okay, cool. Especially, well, I'm a bit hesitant to be positive about that aspect. There's a few reasons to it, I have to admit. In the past, I've seen quite a lot of blockchain protocols, well, in previous episodes even, which are all in covered terms about fintech, are actually about, how to say, well, offering services to companies, institutions, etc., for trading, exchanging, creating their own stablecoins, not immediately, but was, well, financial products, I'm going to say. But yeah, so I'm a bit hesitant here, though I must say I'm actually quite a fan of seeing this being boiled down in a few sentences and actually getting straight into the basics, what it is about. So kudos to that. Let's visit the website. I'm going to reload it. I want to see how fast it loads. Not as fast as others I've seen, but does a trick and looks actually quite neat. Ultimate power grid of payments. An era of everything digital, currencies remain outdated. In an era of everything digital, currencies remain outdated. I'm having difficulties today. Currently, it's cheaper to pay in cash than to use banks. That's correct. PayPal, Alipay, and the like. True, they take commissions. COTI is the first enterprise-grade fintech platform that empowers organizations to build their own payment solution and digitize any currency to save time and money. Okay. Sounds a lot better. Actually covers the load even better than what I've seen on CoinGecko. Not going to get deeper into it, to me it is actually very, very clear. It is, well, a blockchain-based PayPal or Alipay, with the additional advantage you can actually create your own systems and coins. That's a bonus. And well, considering how big PayPal and Alipay are, this has potential from what I'm seeing. Well, from my point of view, as seen on Hacker News, Yahoo Finance, CNN, Forbes, and Nasdaq, roaring names. Isn't yet a solution. Instability, complex, and lack of scalability keeps it from the masses. That's a bit marketing talk. Strong for a robust payment system that is as seamless and scalable as traditional payments. That is true, while being as cost effective and secure as blockchain. Various solutions exist for it, but I'm not going to get all too deep into it. Provide 7 necessary elements for perfect payment infrastructure. Scalability can process over 100,000 transactions per second compared to 25,000 transactions per second in traditional payment systems and up to 20 transactions per second in common blockchain protocols. Yeah, I've got to admit, it depends on who you are comparing to, though this kind of information from the top of my head is quite correct. So quite impressive. It's indeed a big plus. However, little side note, as soon as you see something like this, you must remember, well, apart from compared to what and whom, you must also keep in mind to what functionality will that amount of transactions be ever needed. It can be a very good exercise to discover the limits of the network and how strong it can be. But yeah, if you remain rather small and you only have like 5 transactions per second, well, the capability of doing 100,000 transactions per second is a bit moot and overpowered. But you never know. Things might always grow and even, well, reach that amount of transactions per second. Not getting further into it. Simplicity. COTI's user and merchant-facing tools are seamless and extremely easy to use. Okay, probably we'll see more about that. That's a little bit of a baseless claim at this point in time, for the first time seeing it. Buyer-seller protections provides the very first ever dispute resolution system, safeguards users against errors, fraud, and counterparty abuse. Probably due to the underlying blockchain technology. So I'm guessing if I'm looking deeper into it, that will be the advantages of blockchain technology. Cost effectiveness cuts out intermediaries, eliminates the need for costly mining, which drastically reduces cost and energy consumption. This raises a few question marks and, well, exclamation points. Not costly mining, which implies there's somewhere a pre-mine or that it's probably being done through master nodes. So there's some kind of mining production going on. We'll see about that, but we need to get into the consensus protocol that is being used for security purposes. And then we can actually deduce and compare, as mentioned here, as compared to what it is cost effective. Price stability is creating price stability technology, which is necessary for the mass adoption of blockchain for payments. A little bit of all cryptocurrency projects do so, but worth mentioning. Instantaneity makes transactions peer-to-peer, peer-to-peer payments and remittance instant instead of taking hours or days to clear. Well, most decent cryptocurrency projects who identify as being a cryptocurrency try to implement something like that. I know cryptocurrency project Nano and Banano have also instant payments accessibility. So if I send now, you immediately get it. There's not even 1 second of time passing by. depending on the slowness of your wallet, naturally. It's a single point of failure for enhanced security. Okay. As a trust chain, a proprietary consensus algorithm based on machine learning. Ha! Trust chain lies on a multi-deck directed acyclic graph data structure, which works in time to drive up scalability, processing over 100,000. Okay. There is a trust chain, which powers COTI. In for today's enterprises. Click on learn more. I'm interested. With a multi-deck, so yeah. Technical white paper. It's already opened up, so I'm not going to look at it. Well, I'm going to look at it later on. Holistic payments is a solution which is modern and fully customizable. Wallet, debit card, POS support, so proof of stake. So it's going to work with nodes, master nodes, externally developed payment app, externally developed stable coins for the applications. Considering it's probably Ethereum based, POS support is from the Ethereum network. KYC and compliance, so surfaces, know your customer basis. Interoperability, stability framework by SL protections, nodes, DSP, full nodes, history nodes. So that's the services being offered. Okay. Calculate and low transaction costs. Important, but it implies there are costs concerning transactions. Current blockchain shortcoming providing price stability mechanism by SL protections. Yeah, I'm going to remain silent here by reason they are rehearsing information, but there's no real background information I have to verify yet. So I'm not keeping it in mind. That's a video. People who are following me, click on it and you can see, pause the video. One-click payments, personnel manager, fees, smart contracts, multi-deck, trust score update algorithm, debit card and bank account, business, Ultra e-wallet. So they did a lot of development here in first quarter of 2021. Jumped straight onto DeFi. See staking here, so it's probably going to be proof of stake based. Liquidity mining. Yeah, if I'm going to be a little bit blunt here. It's once again about financial institutions. Though it is more or less more unique than the other things I have seen thus far, which were actually based around one thing only: liquidity farming, or adhering to companies to build their own stablecoins, etc. These guys more or less do the same, but they also offer services like PayPal and Alipay, which can be quite handy future-wise. Should PayPal not keep up to date with the current market, and should PayPal suddenly say, yeah, no, we do not want to jump anymore on the blockchain business or on the crypto market, and suddenly stop down with accepting and exchanging cryptocurrency on their own platform. However, considering their recent movements, considering the news in the beginning of this year, where PayPal enabled people to deposit their cryptocurrency, not withdraw them, I'm assuming they are up to date, and these guys might be made redundant by PayPal themselves already. Though this is entirely blockchain based, so they have a little advantage. If they play it well, they can do so. Access all payment types, both online and offline, including crypto and stablecoins, credit cards, and even merchants native coins. So COTI pays what PayPal does. White label payment network, cost consumers and merchant billions of dollars. Imagine a global payment network of user and merchant transacting freely with your own payment metal, coin, and more. So yeah, you can choose how to be paid on that platform. Is it with crypto, your own coin? Is it with COTI? Is it with cash, etc.? Price stable coins. So they do have a focus on stable coins. Not all too surprising. If you're actually developing a platform, that's actually some good news. That's something they've thought about. If you are a network or an organization based to enable payments for corporations, enterprises, and want to be blockchain based, you need to have the ability to create stablecoins, not merely adopt a variety of cryptocurrencies. For one, if you only adopt cryptocurrencies on the platform as alternative payment methods without giving companies the means to create their very own stablecoins, well, you give the impression of being a scam. So this one's actually thought over and gives it a certain degree of legitimacy. Didn't pronounce that very right, but that they are more legit in compared to some of their competitors. And considering their market cap, I'm going to say, well done. That's probably one of their very strong points. Loyalty networks, blockchain-based loyalty networks. Okay, remittance technology. Cross-border payments, you need to make it more secure, efficient, and low cost. Team experience. Have a look at that. So I've got the teams here. Actually, I want to verify if they are legit. I'm very happy seeing LinkedIn links here. I need a full team. CTO. Yeah, so it's everyone. Project manager, HR talent. So I open up a few. Yeah, I can't seem to access them. I'm going to close them all down. Now, what I wanted to do here is take a quick peek and visit at their website, well, at their LinkedIn profile or social media, and see if they check out. My reason, well, it isn't the first time I've seen scam projects actually make up a bunch of names, attach a title to it, not really having social media presence, and then say, look, we are legit, but as soon as you dig deeper, you try to research their names and their associations, you quickly notice, well, look, they aren't associated with the project. And even once on a Crypto Bull episode, I had a guy who said, I am not associated with that cryptocurrency project, not a CEO. Well, basically, he said, bugger off, by reason he was being harassed by disgruntled investors because a scam occurred, well, a rug pull occurred. So that was the reason I was clicking on their profiles to see if it checks out. I haven't got my LinkedIn activated here, so I'm not going to verify them. However, I highly advise you guys to do so. At this point in time, I'm going to say, okay, they seem legit. Especially these don't really look like stock images and seem to be in-company made. So, okay, I'm happy. Products, mainnet, wallet, ledger explorer, cross-chain, node calculator, watch, simulation, media. Let's check out the news before I check out the white paper. Taking my time here. COTI present COTI's growth plan to become next-gen financial system on Quora. So those are the actual articles, it seems, where they are being mentioned. Yeah, I'm Dutch, I know. They are being mentioned. That's quite nice. So the companies that they mentioned on their front page, on the homepage, where they said, on Yahoo Finance, being mentioned on Nasdaq, etc. These are the actual articles. Quite rare to see that one because there's a lot of projects who say, as seen on, a bunch of names. And when exploring the website, you don't see any of these articles mentioned. In this case, we do. Heads up, guys, that's really a strong move. It implies you guys are really serious that it is a very legitimate project. So big thumbs up there. That's positive news. Coin NFT, COTI NFT, what's that one? They launched NFTs. It seems that's also an up and coming business. Business exploding market where it concerns blockchain. So I'm not surprised seeing that one. Though I've got to admit, things look rather neat. But yeah, I'm not too impressed. More and more cryptocurrency projects are jumping onto it. Still, good move though. Good move. Closing the main website. Technical paper. Cryptocurrency ecosystem optimized for creating digital payment networks and stablecoins. Incepted 2nd of October 2018. I highly advise to, well, if you've got the time, to at your own leisure read the white paper. It's 65 pages long. I'm going to introduce COTI, currency of the internet. So that's its entire name. Basically, a protocol of trust chain algorithm and proof of work. So it relies on proof of trust, huh? COTI coin multi-dag. No protocol of chain consensus between transacting party operating on cyclic base data structure, DAG. Conf transaction to the cluster. Might need an update, though I'm slightly curious because they gave me the impression of being proof of stake based, that staking is possible. So somewhere something with the protocols is going on. Because in here they are really, well, they're getting deep immediately into technicalities and not going to jump deeper into this, but yeah, this is an example on multiple clusters in the same infrastructure. So multi-DAG principle, smart contracts, nodes, high level. Yeah, okay. So read is true if you've got some knowledge here. Memory hard PoE. Or spam protection network. Okay, so they use proof of work against spam. Which will PoE used in hashcash. A short computer operation. We should not. Dash 14, excellent dash followed by compute solve send verify. Not going all too deep into this. I can take the time to actually read everything and understand and give a condensed version. However, that would be outside the boundaries of this analysis I'm doing. However, seeing proof of work here, that's the prevention protocol. So they really hashed everything out. Going to close it. Read the white paper at your own leisure. Bit confused on how the consensus protocol works. However, I'm going to retain that it's with the DAG, multi-DAG, that it functions, and there's some proof of work involved to counteract spam measures and to incentivize the investors or nodes. It's the most important thing you need to understand and retain. PoE, big fan of, especially used as anti-spam prevention. So that's positive, makes it quite robust. Cardano's official statement is a game changer for COD. So yeah, big player Cardano's official stablecoin makes use of COTI. So there's an Cardano isn't actually doing all too bad here. That's positive news. So that actually explains why they are growing tremendously. News articles mostly on Medium. What's this? Steemit. Okay, those are block and news updates. Let's get back towards the communities. Always interesting to take a quick notice here. Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram and Discord not going to open it. Facebook. And I see Bitcoin Talk. That's also positive news. Any self-respecting cryptocurrency or blockchain project is present on Bitcoin Talk. Welcome back to I was questioning about COTI. You can check my comments history, but doesn't mean I should come in here to brag about it. Thank you, Mena. Should I add 2 more restrict posts based on fundamentals? I don't really know price stocks on Cardano's Reddit. So positive news, seems. Donors which was a trash coin and a chargeable platform. It has been years and they still never move. 300 up at a time. So he's actually making a very good. Yeah, I'm reading titles and quickly between the lines here. He's got a point. Like I mentioned here when doing the analysis, we are at an all-time high. If you look at max, you can't really say it remained silent or passive here. It's actually performing and moving on its own accord. So strong move. So naysayers are in the wrong already. And I have to admit, it's looking decently for investors on the short and long term. Am I playing video games? A partnership Ultra, that one we did 2 weeks ago. Just joined with 1,600. With an ERC, 20 token, staking requirement. So you can stake, but also not. Proof of work. Top 100, that's no longer truth. Yeah, this one's a little bit sketchy. I don't really know either how it's being produced. That's a question which remains unanswered, though I assume with a little bit of digging, I might find something here. Long-term for ERG, we'll soon have its first stablecoin. 2 days ago, so yeah, it's quite a big move for Cardano. Streamer, why I think it will hit me at the end of 2021. RC20, so some memes, some things going on here, some discussion. I'm going to close it down, mostly about investment purposes and how it's moving. Twitter account, 1,453 tweets, 154,000 followers. Growth plan to become next-gen financial ecosystem, so it's quite new. Jet, so okay. Payment gateway provider COTI network. So these guys are behind Cardano's payment gateway. That alone is actually a very strong point considering Cardano's current growth, especially since Cardano is one of the top 10 coins, if I'm not mistaken. Though I must admit, Cardano I'm not too big of a fan of. I can't really deny their market cap and the amount of trust the market puts into it. Myself, I will never hold Cardano, no matter how high it will get, by reason of I have no trust in the fundamentals. But it is wise to underline that COTI is behind them, and as long as Cardano grows, COTI will also. So that's positive news. And I'm mostly talking about investment purposes here. I see here quite a few updates. Retweets, so there's some community interaction. Church, 447. Community, it's a little bit of a mixed bag who's reacting here. Some posts are underappreciated, others are decently appreciated. So I'm going to say it's quite genuine here. So you can follow them on Twitter. Got to see that one. Facebook still around. I see. Not now. NFT auction, regular news updates. Well, actually, these faces I remember from the team, so they make videos. It's nice, quite good. And everything is being kept up to date on Facebook. That's a rarity to see. Just that one. And Bitcoin Forum, nope, doesn't work anymore. With that, I'm going to conclude this episode. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. So what can I say where it concerns COTI? Well, on paper, where it concerns its value and current run, considering its inception, it's actually quite a decent coin. It's running quite nicely. At this point in time, it's achieving new all-time highs. It is, how to say, profiling itself to be an alternative to PayPal and Alipay, a blockchain-based one, which is positive. Less positive is that I'm slightly afraid that COTI is one of those projects which will be drowning amongst the other fintech blockchain-based projects. There exists a shit ton of those. Not lying here. Does it make me distrustful? Not really. But, well, fintech is very big and many applications already exist. So I'm a bit afraid about COTI being drowned out in the noise of others and never fully realizing their potential unless the community keeps on pushing forward. Would I invest in it? Well, do not really invest in fintech. However, with COTI, I can see a bright future ahead. These guys are doing quite well. They are one of the few where I actually see the references being made on their homepage. They sit as mentioned by Google, Google, and a bunch of other like Nasdaq platforms, and actually relay the information, the articles where they are being mentioned. So that's actually a very positive sign. Well, LinkedIn profiles of the various team members are available for verification. I couldn't access them at this point in time, but I dare say it looks trustworthy, especially considering they also have YouTube videos. Didn't check out their YouTube, but yeah, can't really play those videos off here during the live stream. There will be no sound, but I did see recurring faces of the CEO and CTO, so it implies there's a great degree of legitimacy onto the project. Should you buy it? Well, if this video convinced you, I highly suggest doing so. Only not immediately, so not at this point in time, by reason they achieved a new all-time high. And this is some investors' knowledge and advice I'm giving you. Never buy during a bull run, never buy during an all-time high. By reason, the market collapses, you stand to lose money. It's always better to await, whereby the market becomes more or less stable, so there's some volatility, but an average like that or slightly like that. Or if it crashes down at that point in time, things are on sale. On the condition you know that it will, well, go back up again. But considering it's at an all-time high, wouldn't buy it at the moment, though I've got a good eye on the project itself. So yeah, with this, I'm going to conclude this episode. I'm going to say in a few brief words, I'm positive about this project. It is decent. The only reason I'm not investing into this coin are actually more of a personal choice. I do not want to invest in fintech, though during this episode I fell silent a few times, and that this one's actually makes me doubt a little, which is actually a very strong bullish sign, by reason, well, that it has certain advantages which are attempting me to cross over the line and say, okay, I'm going to hold a few COTI. So actually, surprisingly good coin, surprisingly nice project. So yeah, with this, I conclude the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and up until next